guys, so today I thought I'd do something a little different, and that is I'm going to show you how I make custom things for my happy planner. So dashboards or inserts or covers. This is the program that I use to do that. So canva.com is basically a photo editing slash everything else editing. There's so many things you can do on here. When you open up to Canva, you're going to get this kind of section right here. You're not going to see any of this that's down here. That's mine. But up here, they're going to show you all these templates that you can use. I mean, so you have a option to, YouTube thumbnail, Facebook cover. These are all preset templates, so you don't have to worry about figuring out the sizes. You have things like Instagram post, magazine cover, Facebook ad. So a lot of this is pre-sized for you. So all you have to do is click on it and change it to the way that you want it. Now, for the Happy Planner, we all know that they have custom dimensions. So today I'm going to show you how I use Canva to make a custom cover for the classic Happy Planner. So real fast, this is a subscription-based service, but you can use the first month free, and that's what I did to see if it was something that I would use a lot, of. And because I make pretty much 89% of what goes into my Happy Planner is a custom insert or dashboard, I use this a ton. I also use this for my YouTube thumbnails. It has made that so much easier. So I heavily use this like on a daily basis. So maybe you're the kind of person that does that and maybe you're not. So, I just say try it out, and then if you don't like it, obviously you don't have to subscribe. So when you come over here, you have this create a design. So I'm going to click on that, and it gives you the suggested, designs, but I'm going for Happy Planner. So you get the width, height, and then your dimensions. So I'm going to choose inches, and I'm going to say, I said I was going to do a cover. Let's do a dashboard. So I'm going to say for the classic Happy Planner, the width of the pages is 7 by 9.25. Okay, and I just know that because I've done this a million times, but you can look up any of the dimensions, so any of the page dimensions. So like a mini is 4.63 by 7, classic is 7 by 9.25, the half notes or half sheets is 4.12 by 9.25. So yeah, I just have that written down. So you click create design, and what Canva's going to do is it's going to create a space that you're going to work on, the page that you're going to work on, to the right dimensions of the Happy Planner. Okay, so we've opened up. This is the 7 and 9.25 inches. You can click up here to name what you want. So I'm going to put classic dashboard. And then you're going to come over here to the left side, and you've got a bunch of stuff going on over here. First, it's going to just settle on the templates. And again, this is just their kind of like option for you. You can search things. So say you're like, I want to put a resume within my classic Happy Planner. You can search resume, and what's going to happen. So let's search resume and say this is like a work Happy Planner, right? You're job searching and you want to keep your resume in your Happy Planner. I don't know. But all you're going to do is click the design you like. Say you like this one. You just click it, and it's going to show up and resize itself to fit your page dimension. So you can fit this even into, like, say you made the mini. It will resize it to that page. So that is super awesome and super helpful. So you don't have to really do anything. Just change it and fill it out. So that's what the templates are for, and they have tons of other things in here. You come over here, you have photos, and this is their photo library, which I absolutely adore and love because these are high quality photos that you can use. Sometimes when you pull graphics off of Google, when you put them on here, they become grainy. It's really hard to get the correct sizes to look nice and professional. these are automatically going to look amazing. Now, anything that has a dollar symbol is going to be premium, and basically what that means is that you have to pay for it. And these aren't very expensive. I think it's like $1 to $5 maybe. I have never had to use the premium before, but I will just show you. So if you're going to click a picture, you just click it. And if it's a premium photo, it will have this watermark. And then you cannot do anything. Like, you can make your page, but when you go to download it, it will remind you that you have to pay for whatever has a watermark on it. So honestly, there's over 1 million photos in here, so I oftentimes find exactly what I need. So let's say I'm making a dashboard and I need a photo. Now I can stay here and search for photos, or I can come to a background over here and search, but I found that here in the photos is it's just a bigger library. So let's say that let's say that I'm making a dashboard and it's horse based. Right? I've got a horse themed happy planner. So I'm just going to put horse and see what pulls up. You get these gorgeous images that you can use. Now, let's say I want to use this one. It's free. I can either click it and it'll situate itself, and then I can go and resize to what I want. Maybe I just want the dashboard to be centered like that, and boom, we're done. Okay, so let's say I want to fill the whole page. I want it all to be this photo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to left click, hold, and I'm going to drag it over to the page, and I'm going to wait for it to fill the whole page. So I'm still holding it, and there we go. I'm going to let go. It's going to resize itself. And there we go. Now my computer's being a little glitchy with this, so there's a little bit of a lag. It's usually much quicker. Okay, so the horse doesn't fill the whole page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click and I'm going to see how much I can pull this over to get the horse in here. So, I mean, good enough, right? So that would be, say, my dashboard. Now, maybe I want to have a title. So I'm going to come over here. And we've got elements and text. So elements is basically shapes. You can literally search anything. And it's not just shapes, but it's also like clip art photos. So, I mean, there's just so much. Usually I utilize the search just so I'm not spending my whole life looking for things. But I mean, there's just so much here. And all you have to do is like icons. If you want to see what's in the icons, you can click all. It's going to load up all the things that have been labeled icons. And then say you like this one, you just click it. It's going to load onto your dashboard. And you can do whatever you want with it. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. Now, if you're seeing these neon pink lines, these are just telling you kind of the parameters, where the center is, where the, like if I just carefully bring it down, it's going to show me the center of the page, which is right, where'd you go? Right there. That's center, or middle of the page. You can do whatever you want with this. You can change the colors on some of them. So I could change, maybe I want to, I don't know. You can change the colors. I'm not going to get too much into detail. You can change how, the transparency, so I can make it appear completely gone, a little bit. So you can do whatever. So the elements is great, and there's just so many things here. But for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back. You have to click this X. I'm going to come back. I'm going to come up here to the shapes, and I'm going to click on a square. And it's always kind of preset to gray. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it down. I'm going to make it like more of a rectangle. I'm going to bring it down here to the bottom. I'm going to drag it all the way. Okay, so it's down here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm trying to block an area so I can put my text. If I were to put my text across here, it would get lost in the photo. So I need to have some kind of a background or overlay for my text. So the gray is not working for me. So I'm going to come over here. And as long as this is clicked and has the blue around it, that means I've clicked on the box and that it'll change the color. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to find a color that's going to kind of go with it. I actually think I'm going to do like a brown. So they give you some default colors, but you can just come over here and push that plus symbol and you can drag anywhere you want on the color spectrum, or for me, I'm pretty sure I can find a brown in this orange. So there we go. That's a pretty brown. So there we go on that side. Okay, so that's perfect. Doesn't stick out too much. Now I don't want it so like blocky and bulky, so I'm going to come over here to the transparency and I'm going to make it a little transparent so it just feels like it fits on the page a little bit better. And again, we're just trying to give a little bit of a background for our text. So there you go. Then we're going to come over here to text. And for my YouTube thumbnails, I use these preset. They're super easy to use. I love them because they're a mix of fonts, so you don't have to like sit there and do it yourself. But for anything else, really, I just create my own. So I'm just going to come over here, click heading. Okay, it's going to show up right here. So I'm going to extend this a little bit on either side. I'm going to, do you see how that green is around the text? That means I have selected this is what I'm working with. So I'm going to drag it down to go on my overlay. Okay. And now I'm going to put, maybe this is my dashboard for September. Okay, and I could put anything. I could put wild hearts can't be whatever, blah, 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 blah. You can put anything. I am going to make it a little bit bigger. So to do that, you just hit these side circles, I guess, and that is going to make the font bigger. If you don't want to do that, you can always come over here, and this is your text size. You can click on that and make it bigger. Okay. And then say I don't like the font, you can come over here to where the font is. You can search fonts, so maybe you kind of have a font in mind. Something like, there's 3 main fonts, but Script is one that I use a lot. Okay, so Script is basically anything cursive or maybe even more handwritten looking. So then you can just sit here and find the script that you love. So there's just a ton of things that you can use. I'm thinking Magnolia. And that's basically it. Now, the one thing to keep in mind is that you need to remember that your punches are going to come on this side or this side, depending. So if I left my graphic here of my horse, the punch would actually come into his face. So I'm actually going to double click, bring him back again so that I have that margin for my hole punch. I have many times had to punch into the actual graphic or whatever, and it's quite frustrating. So lastly, I'm going to change the color of this text. I want it to be maybe gray. Let's see how that looks. Like that kind of darker, like it's not gray, but yeah. Even I'm going to do white. Okay. And then this doesn't look super centered to me, so I'm going to see if I can move it. Oops. Oh. Yeah, that's center right there. Okay guys, so that is how I would make a dashboard. Now you're going to come over here to the down button or the publish button, and I almost always save this as a PDF file, but that's just a personal preference. If you're making inserts that you are going to be printing and using a lot, always do PDF file. But if you're doing anything else, you could just do PNG, which is, or JPEG. But I just out of habit always do PDF. It doesn't really matter. I haven't seen any kind of major difference. So that is how you make a dashboard. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.